Hello there guys and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to welcome you to episode number 6 of our FIFA 17 career mode here with Hull City. Today we're of course out of the transfer window, you guys know that already. We're into the month of October and you can see in the background that we're going to be playing the final 3 games of October against Stoke and Watford in the EPL, not the Barclays Premier League. I need to get that out of my head. And in between those 2 games is the game against Liverpool in the EFL Cup. Now, you guys last episode you had the chance to vote as to whether I should use sliders to make the games more difficult for myself. In the background you can see that I've changed the user gameplay customization and the same for the CPU as well. Now if you're wanting to know what settings I'm using the sliders that were created by a YouTuber called Cutsy, who does a YSL series. If you want to check out his channel in the description, then make sure to do so. His videos are really good, so make sure to check his channel out and subscribe while you're there. You can also check out the video where he discussed why he changed these sliders. Just in case you're confused, I'll give you a brief overview, but just in case you're confused as to why I've changed them, then make sure to check out that video and it'll give you in-depth reasons as to why I have. Basically it makes the pace of the game quicker, so it makes it more entertaining, but I've also changed it so that the first touch control is better for the CPU and that it's worse for me. So stuff like that, my pass error has been increased and shot error has been increased, so it makes it harder for me, but the fundamental changes to the sliders as well also make it more entertaining, so that the fullbacks are out of position for the AI and they're out of position for me, so that increases their likelihood to start passing forwards instead of shielding the ball on the edge of the area like legendary AI usually do. So it's sort of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, making it more entertaining and also making it more difficult for me, because as we go into the first game of today's episode, we're not only the best defensive team in the league with 5 goals conceded all season so far, we're actually top of the league, I do believe, going into this game against Stoke here at the SKepta Stadium. Now the young Frenchman Vincent Coziello will be starting this game because, as you saw a moment ago, he is the player of the episode for last episode, so he plays every single game of this episode. You can see the whole squad though in the background. Andrew Robertson is back into action after his injury, and we are maintaining the 4-1-2-1-2 formation for now. We'll have to see whether these sliders do actually affect the game. In the 12th minute, Stoke getting their first chance of the game with an easy save for Marshall. 3 minutes later and Stoke are really peppering our goal. Decent shot there from Shaqiri, I think it was, and in the end a really good save from Marshall to deny Stoke, who are having all the chances so far in this game. So the sliders seem to be making quite a decent impact and it's making it more attacking. Abel Hernandez has won the ball back in a dangerous position, but he's crowded out there by the defenders and he can't get any purchase on the shot, which is very disappointing as that was a really good area to be in. Into the 36th minute and Vincent Coziello is going around the defender there. He's going to pull it back. He sees Abel Hernandez in the centre, but it's on his weak foot, on his right foot, and that shot error is coming into play as the ball goes pretty harmlessly into the hands of Jack Butland. On the edge of half-time, Onyeonye and Didi sees Preciado in the box, and it's deflected wide by Ryan Shawcross. Life-saving challenge there from Ryan Shawcross, just getting his toe on it to deflect it wide, otherwise that would have gone in for Preciado. Stoke though going forward right at the start of the second half, and Bojan there with the shot and saved by Marshall. Basically all the AI shots are on target these days because of that shot error change. It's definitely making it harder. The ball's coming into the box from the resulting corner, it's scrambling around, it sees Arnautovic, or the ball finds Arnautovic, and Arnautovic finds the back of the net to give Stoke the lead in this one, and the Austrian winger gives Stoke a 1-0 lead here at the SKepta Stadium, and to be honest with you, it's probably deserved. I think Stoke have had the better of the chances realistically in this game, which is good, to be honest. It's actually very good to see. I'm almost happy to be losing the game. As you can see there, right at the death of the game, right at the end of the game, Stoke actually getting a chance with a free kick for Shaqiri, but it goes over the bar. That was literally the last kick of the match, and we lose for the second time in a row, actually. We lost against Bournemouth right at the end of the last episode. Now we lose against Stoke here at home, and you can see that we did go all-out attack towards the end of the game, but it didn't really change much. Some decent ratings for a few of the players, but obviously we did lose the game, so they're not going to be that high. First impressions, though, with the sliders is pretty positive. It's clearly made it harder for me because we were being dominated. Against Bournemouth, Bournemouth's victory was a little bit of a smash and grab. We had probably more chances in the game, whereas in that one, Stoke very much had more chances than us. And dispatched them due to their low shot error. So I'm really enjoying how much that it's more difficult, and I feel as if it's more attacking as well. You didn't maybe see too much of it, but the fullbacks for the AI are always very advanced, and it leaves a lot of holes at the back for them, so it's easier to break them down, but it's also the same for us, so it means that it's easier for the CPU to break us down, and they seem to be playing a lot more forward passes as well. You saw the usuals being trained in training a moment ago, the likes of Bailey and Didi and Valkvist as well, and a few others. and no growth in terms of overall, a bit of a tribute growth. Moving into the second game of the episode, you can see we're playing Liverpool in the Cup, and that's really why they've played a few youngsters, Shea Ojo and Alexander-Arnold in the side for Liverpool. We're also playing not our strongest team. You can see we've actually returned back to the 4-3-3 formation. Valkvist is into the side for this one as well, and a few other changes. Into the 11th minute, and Robert Snodgrass actually bursting into the area, sees Abel Hernandez, who takes the touch. Probably should have gone for it first time. That really was my fault. Should have gone for the header, but a decent chance for us. You can see Liverpool going forward. Wonderful through ball to find Shea Ojo here down the left-hand side for Liverpool. He cuts it back for Lucas Leiva, and a good shot, but saved at the near post by Marshall, who's having a very, very good episode, making a lot of saves so far. Into the 26th minute, and Vincent Kozielo sees Marvin Stefaniak open, and Stefaniak has the chance to score, but he blazes it over the bar, and somehow the young German hasn't opened his account for the club. Again, it's probably a slider-related thing. You know, it's harder to score now. The shot error has been increased, and it really did tell there. That was an awful shot from Stefaniak, who we love dearly, and it almost cost us because we almost went behind after having that great chance. Liverpool hitting the post. It's still scrambling around the area. Kevin Stewart trying to get the ball back. Valkvist then manages to pick it up and get it away just about, having cleared it the first time as well. So saving us on 2 occasions. A real scramble in the area. I don't know who actually hit the post from the corner, but Liverpool did hit the woodwork, and at half-time, it was the last action of the first half. At half-time, and it's still somehow 0-0. Into the 47th minute, Ryan Mason going for a long shot. Easy save, though, for Loris Karius, but he does turn it past the post. And out for a corner. A few minutes later, we're going forward again. Marcus Henriksen sees the on-rushing run from Abel Hernandez. Hernandez goes for the shot, but is saved once again by Loris Karius into the 51st minute. A few minutes later, and Danny Ings sees Alberto Moreno bursting down the left-hand side. Ball into the box for Lucas Leiva. Wonderful save, though, from Marshall in the whole goal. And Vincent Kozielo with some wonderful composure is able to bring the ball away comfortably. Into 64th minute, though, on the back of that amazing save from Marshall, we're trying to go forward, and Abel Hernandez has been brought down by Klavan, the Estonian Liverpool defender, and that is a stonewall penalty. It's an awful decision from Klavan to try and slide in. He was never going to get the ball. Hernandez then wins the penalty. It's awful defending, and Hernandez will step up. He's got to psych himself up because this could send us through to the next round of the EFL Cup, the quarter-finals. He runs up, he strikes it, and it's a wonderful penalty into the bottom left, and we take a 1-0 lead here against Liverpool in the 65th minute. And what a penalty that was, tucking it right into the corner. Even if Karius had gone that way, he would have never saved it. And we are in the lead of this game. 4 minutes to go, though. Lucas Leiva with a gilt-edge opportunity, but he hits it straight at Marshall, and surely that is it for Liverpool. It is. That was their final chance of the game. Jurgen Klopp will be disappointed. He played some youngsters, and unfortunately they weren't able to deliver in that game, despite some early promise. Abel Hernandez unsurprisingly gets man of the match after winning the game for us with an 8.7 rating. Curtis Davies getting an 8.2 as well, good rating for him. Marshall and Odubajo, as well as Keane and Snodgrass, getting good ratings as well. But Marshall probably the man who changed the game the most, making all those wonderful saves, and especially that one from Lucas Leiva at the end, really that really important saves. And Marshall has had a very, very good start to the series. He's really keeping Jakupovic out of the side, making some wonderful saves in basically every game. In training, you'll have just seen that Ndidi, Stefaniak, and I think Valkvist all went up on certain attributes, and Leon Bailey's actually getting very close to 70 on his shooting. Once he gets to 70, I'll stop training him. I feel as if that's the only attribute we really need to boost at this point. Apart from that, he'll grow into a well-rounded winger without any sort of training, I think, anyway, I feel. But we'll keep training him on shooting for now. We, though, are playing our final game of today's episode against Watford in the EPL. You saw the squad there a moment ago. They're playing 5 at the back, so it might be fairly difficult to break them down, though Burton Albion in the EFL Cup played the same formation, and we found it even easier than usual. You can see our starting 11 there in the background. El Mohammadi is at right back because Odubajo was tired from that Cup game, so that is really the only main change. Abel Hernandez, they're getting the first chance of the game, played through by Vincent Kozielo, going past the final defender. Can he slot it past the goalkeeper? Yes, he can. That is the perfect start to the game here at Vicarage Road against Watford, and is 1-0, and it's that man again, Abel Hernandez. And I was a bit concerned about really his run making and how involved he was getting in games. Although he was scoring in the last few episodes, he wasn't really making positive runs or making himself available very often. In this game so far, and in the Liverpool game, he was a completely different guy. So I mean, maybe it's a 4-3-3 formation that's changed his likelihood to get forward, as Watford get a chance there. And Oji and Igalo, I was expecting him to do far better in the end, or actually actually, it might not have been Igalo, actually. I think it was someone else. That may be the reason. Igalo, they're going for the shot. It's deflected off Dawson, and it hits the post. Marshall is there to claim afterwards, and we're lucky not to have conceded in this game. We, though, are now going forward. It's Bailey towards Hernandez. It's headed away, and we're lucky not to be behind, let alone ahead of this game. Jake Livermore gets the ball back. He gives it to Ndidi. Wonderful shot and a decent save from the goalkeeper there, Arlauskas, in the Watford net. Ball, though, coming in from the resulting corner. It's Bailey. It's onto the head of someone, and it's gone in. It's 2-0. It's Robert Snodgrass, of all people, who's got his head to it, and it's 2-0 in this game after just 24 minutes. The assist from Bailey, and that's the first goal of the series for the Scotsman, the Scottish winger, Robert Snodgrass. And maybe that's given him some confidence now as he starts bursting through, trying to return the favour to Leon Bailey, who tries to go around the goalkeeper. It's poor decision-making from me, and the goalkeeper gets there, and that could have been 3-0 before half-time. What a performance this has been so far. Livermore, though, giving the ball to Snodgrass. It's fallen to Hernandez, and it is 3-0 before half-time. Hernandez puts the ball home for his second goal of the game, and however many goals he's scored this episode so far, I think it's 3 now, and it's a goal for Hernandez. It is 3-0 before half-time. We are completely taking apart Watford away from home in front of their own fans, and it's the goal from Hernandez, and Snodgrass involved again with the shot that was saved by the goalkeeper. It then fell to Hernandez into the 70th minute. Watford going forward, ball into the box there from Igalo, I think it was, and it has been nodded in, and we're not going to be holding on to the clean sheet. Dawson perhaps should have done a little bit better in trying to get ahead of Igalo, and the goalkeeper, Marshall, will be a tiny bit disappointed that he's gone through him, but he's had such a good episode that we can't really complain about him. We managed to hold off any sort of comeback, though, from Watford into the 90th minute. We actually got a chance with Preciado, who's come off the bench. It's the final action of the game, though, as the header is put wide by the Colombian striker, and the game ends 3-1 here at Vicarage Road. It's a good away win after an incredible first half performance that gave us a 3-goal lead. Watford getting one back at the end. Hernandez gets man of the match again, 9.3 rating for him. Good ratings as well for Bailey, El Mohammadi, Kozielo, and of course Robert Snodgrass, who got the second goal for us, and a very, very good result there from that game. You can see how it's affected the table in the background. I think going into the game, Crystal Palace were actually top of the table, so it's quite incredible to see Crystal Palace and Hull at the top of a Barclays Premier League table, to be quite honest with you. Really poor starts to the season for the likes of Arsenal, United, City, Chelsea, Liverpool. They're all sort of way down. It's a very, very intriguing table so far. I'm sure it'll balance out eventually, but it's really looking quite strange. In terms of early thoughts of the sliders, you can definitely feel the difference. I mean, it's very hard to put it across in a video that only shows highlights, but I can definitely feel a difference in difficulty, you know, because you know that if you give the AI a chance, they're really likely to score it because of the shot error decrease for them. And obviously, you've seen from the Stefaniak chance that we had in the Liverpool game, it's making shooting a lot harder as well. So I'm definitely noticing a difference. Sorry, there's more passes going astray. I'm also noticing that it's a lot faster. The passing's faster. The speed of the game's a lot faster. The AI are a lot faster as well because they're wanting to go forward a lot more because of the fact that the fullbacks are usually out of position for me. So it's actually enticing them to move forward instead of playing the ball backwards. So I'm really finding it quite good. Again, if you want to check out the video and if you want to check out Cutsy's channel, then the link to his channel and the video itself, where he explains it in more depth, will be in the description below. Enough rambling about the sliders, though. You can see in the background is the Hall of Fame, previously known as the Hall of Fame. Now, of course, it is known as the Hall of Fame. Clever play on words. And you can see all the stats there in the background in terms of the players who hold various records. Again, the transfer records will have stayed the same. I don't know if Ryan Mason is still actually top of the assist list. I tend to make these stats after I've actually commentated the video, so you'll obviously be able to see it in the background. Abel Hernandez, though, I know for sure is still holding on to the top scorers list, and it doesn't look as if anyone's going to challenge him at the moment because of the amount of goals that Hernandez is scoring. He's back in good form. That, though, is about it from me, I reckon, apart from you guys now being able to vote for your player of the episode for today. Whoever wins that poll, as you already know, will play in every single game of next episode. In the top right of the screen, you'll see a poll, and you can decide who will play every game of next episode by deciding who was the best player in this one. There'll be 3 or 4 choices, and you guys can choose yourselves, and again, whoever wins will have that prize. That, though, is definitely it from me. If you've enjoyed the video, then feel free to hit the likes button. The support on this series has been mad so far, so if we could keep that up, that's absolutely insane. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, though, and comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. It's been a pleasure ranting at you guys, though, today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Nah, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex in the yo, nah,